Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to do these peepers. And I'm also, oh my god, there's a bit of raspberry on my head. How did that happen? I'm a flipping mess. So the eye look takes 2 seconds, but it's amazing for quick glam. It's really nice for kind of like a wedding guest or something like that. And the brows take even less time than that. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, stay tuned. Hi guys, let's do this. If this camera doesn't work quite well, it's new to me, so I'm just struggling on, you know. First thing I'm going to do is obviously prepare my lid with some Layin Low. I'm going to use my little diamond from Real Techniques, which is actually really good, but I do prefer my beauty blender. But the little spike gets right in there, you know. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my lid with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, and this is the shade 2, so even though it looks kind of translucent 8, it does come in shades. And I'm just going to set that all over. I have been using this powder under my eyes instead of baking, and it's really pretty. It's not as heavy feeling on my face, you know. Now we're going to do some shadows. So now that's set, I'm going to use a little mixture of shadows today. I'm going to use some Milk Cosmetics, and I'm also going to use some Charlotte Tilbury as well. So the Milk Cosmetics shadow I'm going to start with is the shade Blurr. I've had this for a little while, but recently I got a really lovely PR package from Milk Cosmetics with loads of their shadows, and I've just been using them non-stop. They're really beautiful. They're so great. So I'm going to use this first with my Smith 232 brush, building that up in the crease, and then I'm going to kind of elevate it out to the sides. Obviously this is a really kind of neutral shade. It's a perfect transition shade, and I'm just kind of bringing that up and out to give my eye a slight lift. And because my lid's nice and matte, it's just gliding on. The product is just gliding on there. And that's pretty much it for that shadow. This is a really quick, easy look, by the way, you guys. The next shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Rubbish. This is my new favourite. I've been using this. If you've got me on Instagram and you look at what products I use, you'll see that I use this shade all the time. So I'm just going to go in with the same brush, and I'm just going to build that up in the crease. So I've got a mirror down here, and I'm just tilting my head back slightly, and that way you can really see your crease and where you're working, and it just makes everything just a lot easier. And then I'm going to kind of wing that out again a wee bit as well. And now I'm going to go underneath my eye. I'm going to swap my brush to the Smith 230, nice little small brush, and I'm just going to do my lower eye smoky as usual. And I'm just really back and forth with my brush under here. It kind of mixes with any concealer that's left over, and then that just means it's going to last all day. And then because we've set our under eyes already, quick sweep and any fallout's gone. And honestly, that's it for those shadows. How easy. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Dolce Vita palette. I say Dolce Vita, and I'm going to use the shade here, which is just called Pop. But I'm going to go in with this really beautiful gold shade and my finger. Obviously I've got really long nails just now, so it's a bit annoying, but I'm just going to pack that on to my lid. This is so gorgeous. I just love it. I don't think I've ever found a shadow that's kind of quite like this. And then I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is the most gorgeous inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. So I'm going to go in with my 231 brush from Zoeva, and we're just going to pack that on this inner corner. And then a little touch just under the brow. Now you'll notice that this eye is a lot more shimmery than this one, and that is because I put a little bit of glitter on top. So this is the eye jewels from Tarte in the shade White Gold. You've got a really kind of fine metallic liner type product here, and then you've got the glitter. And all I've done is I've just got the glitter, and I'm just going to put a little bit all over, and then using my finger I'm just going to pat that in and move it around a little bit so it's not so blobby. I know that's not the technical term, but I've used that term before and you guys seem to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go back in with the beautiful goldy shade here, and I'm just going to put that on top again. Because the glitter glue is quite wet, it just sticks a lot better and it just gives you a really nice result. For liner today, you'll notice that my liner's actually, it kind of is going up a lot more. So usually when I do my liner, I do it really straight out, but today I've got it like coming up. So we're going to do that. And I'm just using my Trooper liner from Kat Von D as always. For lashes today, I'm going to be using the Twin Lash from Lilly Lashes. These are stunning. They're nice and thick. One thing I would say is I would not recommend wearing these if you don't have liner on, because the band's just really thick on them. So it would just be a bit of a palaver getting them on. So I'm just using my favourite dual brush on glue, the latex free one that kind of looks a little bit blue. Just going to pop that on first and then apply some mascara. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Big Look mascara from Pure. I think I've used it in the last few of my videos now. I just really like it. It builds up enough volume, but it doesn't crumble onto your face during the day. And it's like a weird texture. It's like really thick. Although I will say, if you cry, it'll go all over your face. Because I was crying. It's some advert, I don't know, something about dogs. I was crying my eyes out and I looked like a hot mess. Now I've left my lash for long enough, it's ready to go on. And because we've got a nice liner, it's going to be super easy. So I'm just going to pop this on just now. Ta-da! And I just think that's a really pretty look for eyes. I think it would be really nice if you were wearing kind of coppery or goldy accessories to a wedding or something, because it's not overwhelming. You're not going to like upstage the bride and annoy everyone. I didn't do my brows because I wanted to show you guys how I do them now, because it's the easiest, quickest thing ever. So I'm going to use the Brow Lift by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Cara Delevingne. Same colour, girl. So I'm going to go under my brow here and start at the front. And it's one of those, it's almost like the ABH Brow Definer, but I just think it's softer and easier to use. So I'm just going under here, making sure that's nice and chunky, nice and solid. And then I'm going to swap over to just above my arch. And see, straight away, they're already better. Oh! And then just use your finger and pat that mistake away. If only the mistakes we made in life were as easy to get rid of. And now that's kind of filled in, I go through the brow with the spoolie, just make sure it's nice and diffused, and then go in with ABH Brow Gel. I really do love this stuff, it's just super solid, keeps everything in place. Go right through the brow, and then I like to make these hairs just stand up a little bit more. Last step for the brows, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows in the shade, right, I said this wrong last time, Cara, it's obviously Cara because it goes with that. Anyway, I call that caca and apparently that means poo in another language. So I'm going to use the shade Cara in the Legendary Brow Gel, and this is just really nice and dark, and it kind of thickens up the hairs as well. You have to be quite careful though because it's messy as anything. And that's the finished look pretty much for my eyebrows. I'm going to go and do my lips and then I'll be right back. Okay, that's me finished. I just used the lip pencil from Urban Decay in the shade Stark Naked, which is really nice, it's like a pinky nude. And then I used Haven Gel Colour Lip and Cheek Balm from NUDESTIX, which is just like a really nice sheer kind of lipstick, but it gives a nice colour. So you guys, I hope you like this quick eye toot. It's just something that I thought was really pretty. Obviously, it's neutrals. So if you don't like neutral looks, I'm really sorry, but you've just sat through a whole neutral eye tutorial. Please do comment underneath if there's anything that you guys want to see that's maybe more colourful. If you've got Twitter as well, tweet me kind of looks that you've seen that you love to bits, and I would love to recreate some of them. But today I just felt like, you know, my coppers, my golds, nothing wrong with that. And apart from that, that's me finished, and I'll see you next time.